I went to Lynn in August of 2014. I enjoyed the school for the most part. I just ended up wanting to focus more on art. And I got more into that actually as I was there. And I actually was in the process of like looking for different schools and where to go for art. And I actually came across the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. When I found that school and I really liked it, I decided to apply. I went through the whole application process. They did tests with me and everything, and I was all set and ready to go. I have what's called a 529 plan, and those are basically set for people to have funding for school. I was actually 2 weeks away from being able to go into this school. I was waiting on an email basically or a phone call about my roommates and my whole rooming situation. I had even applied and paid for like dorms and everything, well, apartments, either way. And I actually got a call on Mother's Day following all of this from my mom stating that she got a call from my Uncle Chris, and he said that my funding was being pulled away. So I basically cried for like 2 weeks straight. I let my friends know at Lynn. Following this situation, I had to move home. And following that, when I came home, I was dealing then with and remembering the life that I had before I even went to school. And my mom, as much as I love her, she remarried an alcoholic who is also somebody who deals with sexual perversions. And I had to move back home and live in that environment. And sadly, I was in a serious relationship at the time when all this happened, and we did not want to separate, so she came back with me. And she had to go through it as well. And that's entirely unfair. I was waking up in the middle of the night to him standing over my bed, walking in on like me showering. He has said I can't be alone with this person. Like, being alone gave me anxiety. I would be sitting on the couch and he'd come up and he would say something perverted to me. But I ended up sticking up for myself after living there for a while and basically said, enough is enough. And I woke up one morning after him breaking into my room multiple times. And I got up, which is one of the most empowering moments I've ever had in my life, was standing up for myself that day, because it's scary, especially in front of your parent who you know you're about to break their heart when you basically give them a reality check. But I stood up that morning. I said, enough is enough. You are not to be breaking into my room. I've dealt with too many perverted situations with you, and I've tried to handle it with respect, because I've talked with him multiple times, but it doesn't seem that that's getting me anywhere, and I've had enough. You've now made me and my girlfriend uncomfortable, and I don't even want to live here anymore, and I don't have anywhere else to go. When that happened, my mom chose to be in denial about the situation, and she actually screamed at me and Sarah and called us liars, and said that we were making everything up, and it was just that we didn't like Yanni, and we were upset about living there, and it actually has permanently ruined my relationship with my mom. I got the text and the call from my Uncle Chris, the same person that called my mom to tell her the college money got taken away. He was like, hey, I have some good news for you. And he was like, well, bad news. Auntie Edith passed away. And the good news is you got your money back. Just couldn't stop smiling, and I was like, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Like, obviously I've been waiting to hear a call about Edith passing away, but was waiting on that money and being able to go back and focus on my career. Now I have a choice of deciding what I want to do, because no one's standing in my way this time and telling me what I can and cannot go to school for. So I took a good amount of time to reflect on those spiritual experiences that I had, and how they basically helped me understand that my purpose, as much as I love painting and stuff like that, I wasn't going to be able to help the planet by my paintings, really. And that's one of the main purposes of me being here, is to help the planet and help raise consciousness and love and bring nourishment to the planet and to the souls of the human beings that are here. And when I had those experiences, I started getting more in touch with nature, going outside more. When those things happened, I started studying gardening and planting, horticulture, agriculture, learning about different businesses that you can take when it comes to plants, because I didn't want to do your basic have a flower shop or something. I wanted to do something that would really help me make an impact on people. And I kind of just honed in on where my talents were. I'm well, I'm good with people, and I love food, and it's definitely something that people need to learn how to get back in touch with. We don't know where our food comes from, and all these random thoughts that basically I was thinking of to help push me towards what I wanted to do. And I figured that me teaching people how to grow food and teaching people how to reconnect that way, and building my own agriculture business where I basically teach people how to grow, and then I use that food to support a cafe, of which I can use to help feed people who don't have the money, because through that experience I realized we need more places that can help people who can't access food or water when they really need it. And I figured that teaching people how to self-sustain is more useful than me sharing my art with them, and it's going to create a better change. As much as I absolutely love art and painting, and it's something that I will forever connect with, and it's just a way of me emotionally channeling myself out and expanding my inner being out in a visual essence for people to look at and to connect with. That's something I will never give up. It's more than a career, it's a life. Having my life in this would be exactly what I've been searching for out of life. I can just feel it inside my being that this is what it is. And it took a while, but I'm glad that I found that. I'm glad that I found my niche with plants, and learned that I actually am capable of bringing something back to life.